Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. What do I have for you guys today? Well, last night, NEO was seen rushing to stock its swap stations with 85 kilowatt hour battery packs, a clear indication of the amount of orders they've gotten for the L90. Yes, you heard that right. So we're going to see the fruition of that by the second week of August with the registration numbers just for the L90 and others. But this is only for registrations in China, not in Europe, not in UAE, etc., etc. I did a YouTube poll asking how many people think that the company will become profitable by the end of 2025. And interestingly enough, 69% said yes, 12% said no, and 20% said maybe. So that again shows a clear indication of how bullish people are on NEO right now, looking at future projections and seeing where the company is going. But what else is happening? Well, we're not the only ones that feel that way. The whales continue to buy as Avante's emerging markets equity made its largest purchase of NEO shares to date in the second quarter of 2025, extending its uninterrupted buying streak of Chinese electric vehicle maker to 21 consecutive quarters. Yes, you heard that right. For 21 consecutive quarters, they've been buying shares of NEO. Not faltering, not wavering. In a new SEC filing, the 9.7 billion fund disclosed ownership of 911,470 shares of NEO as the end of May, up 48.55% from 613,576 shares it held 3 months earlier. So they've been ramping up in a massive way now. The position was valued at 3.23 million at the time of the filing based on Tuesday's closing price. The stake would now be worth 4.29 million. US listed shares of the Shanghai-based electric vehicle maker surged more than 10% on July 23rd, crossing the 525 mark and reaching a new 4-month high. So now the stock has consolidated and waiting for the next bull run, which most likely will come in August, where we will see probably way past $6. The rally extended NEO's 1-month gain to more than 41% as the company prepares to launch on Thursday's highly anticipated 6-seat today L90 under the Onvo sub-brand. The latest addition by AVEM marks its most aggressive quarterly increase since it began accumulating NEO shares in early 2020, when it first reported a position of 3,429 shares. So they've come a long way. But why are they increasing their shares when there are some people on Wall Street that are coming out and telling retail investors they should not touch it? It's a very profound question. And the answer is the way the game is played. They tell the retail investors they would not touch it. The company is burning through cash, but the whale's quietly buying and loading. Since then, the funds has steadily raised its holding every quarter, even as broader institutional interest in the EV maker has more than halved. That's why they buy. 2 other Avante's managed vehicles also disclose updated positions in NEO this week. Avante's responsible emerging markets equity ETF increased its holding by 13.24% of shares, while AVEX Avante's emerging markets equity fund institution maintain a flat position. AVEM's strategy focuses on companies in emerging markets with lower valuations and stronger profitability profiles. The fund top holdings of this week includes Taiwan Semiconductor, Tencent Holdings, Samsung Electronics, and Alibaba Group. None of them are American companies, but they're telling you China is uninvestable. The surge in NEO purchases came amid a broader wave of inflows to the ETF in mid-May, as they recorded over 1 billion in weekly net inflows, the largest in its history, driven by improved investor sentiment towards emerging markets as the US signaled progress towards a potential trade resolution with China. As of Wednesday, NEO had 467 institutional shareholders holding a combined of 231,159,177 shares, but they're telling us we should not buy. With some of the company's largest institutional backers, including UBS Group with well over 31 million, AG Morgan Stanley, Wolverine Asset Management, Jane Street Group, and Susquehanna International Group yet to file their second quarter updates, total institutional ownership figures are still evolving. Since mid-2022, institutional holdings in NEO have declined by roughly 61%, with them now buying back in a massive way. But this is the way the game is played. They drag it down and then they buy in. Among other notable Q2 portfolio changes, the Switzerland-based private bank Vontobel more than doubled its position in NEO and expanded its stake in the US-based Rivian. By the end of June, Vontobel held 1,094,398 shares of NEO worth $3.75 million after adding over 608,000 shares during the quarter. So this is the game, guys. They drag it down. Their buddies on Wall Street drag the price down, and then they jump in a massive way. While they're still telling you, don't touch it at this price. Wait till it becomes profitable and skyrocket. Then you should buy. This is the way the game is played. But while they're dragging it down, I will keep buying. I bought 100 shares 2 days ago, 100 shares yesterday, and I'm watching to see what the market does again today. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.